What's going on, Guardians? It's Tizzle here. So in this video, I just wanted to show a loadout that I just used to get an 8-minute clear of the Master Nightfall this week. It is double Vanguard rank, and Master Nightfalls are a really quick way to rank up. We did our first run in 8.5 minutes and our second run in 8:02, and this was with a build I've never used before and 2 randoms I had off LFG. I just wanted to show you the build I was using because it's crazy. This is my very first time using Fallen Sunstar. I literally just masterworked it before this Nightfall, and I used D2 Armor Picker to try to get 100 Resilience and 100 Discipline. I'm only at 90 Discipline because I'm using this Fragment Spark of Shock, which takes away 10 Discipline, but it is fully worth it to run. Your Arc Grenades jolt targets, and it says jolted. The target is charged with Destructive Arc Light. As they take additional damage while jolted, they chain lightning to nearby targets. This is a very ad-heavy Nightfall, and I will show the run after and all my loadout and just like what we did. But I just want to go through the build a little bit. So I use Chaos Reach as a super because you don't really need the ad clear because all the grenades do that work for you. So this was mainly for damage, even though the damage is kind of trash without Geomags. Healing Rift, of course. Burst Glide, Ball Lightning, which was also my first time using Ball Lightning since Arc 3.0 came out, and it's really good in here. You probably don't want Chain Lightning because there's a lot of like Exploder Thrall and stuff. Pulse Grenades, I just like Pulse Grenades. Storm are strong too, but they're way better on Titan because they track. So yeah, I was using Pulse Grenades. Arc Souls, just for dealing additional arc damage. It is acute arc burn in this Nightfall. So they actually do a decent bit of damage. Electrostatic Mind. Defeating targets with arc abilities or defeating jolted or blinded targets creates an ionic trace. Collecting an ionic trace makes you amplified. And with Fallen Sunstar, we're making lots of traces and they give you bonus energy. And I believe they buff your teammates as well. And as you'll see in the gameplay, my teammates are also just spamming their abilities. I think I was with 2 Titans. For sure, one had Heart of Inmost Light on. I didn't check the other guy. Spark of Resistance, this is just for survivability, and the plus 10 strength is nice. Spark of Magnitude, your lingering arc grenades have extended duration. This is really good in one part. You'll see I pretty much spawn trap the enemies in the very first room. And then Spark of Recharge, while critically wounded, your melee and grenade energy regenerates more quickly. So again, you want 100 Discipline and 100 Resilience. And then with that, this Nightfall actually has attrition on. So if you're not picking up those little white orbs to regenerate your health, then you will be critically wounded for a while. So I just found I literally had my abilities up pretty much whenever I wanted them. This was also my first time using Wish Ender. I literally pulled it from collections and infused it. It is amazing. I was super impressed with how strong it is. I just got this gun, which is kind of a god roll for GMs. Because adaptive munitions will break the shield quicker, and then disruption break will allow your kinetic weapon to do even more damage. So this is actually really nice because there's a few solar shielded wizards in this Nightfall, including the boss. So say, for instance, you were running Izanagi's Burden or Arbalists. If I were to break the boss's shield with this, then they're going to do 50% more damage. So that's pretty cool. And then I just was able to craft this Sail Spy Pitch Glass. So it's not even a good roll. I was just trying to level it up because you really don't even deal that much damage with this linear really throughout the whole thing. Like, it is just ability spam galore. So I kind of just want to read what Fallen Sunstar does because, like I said, it was my first time using it. So ionic traces you create move faster and grant you additional ability energy. Nearby allies also gain ability energy when you collect an ionic trace. So yeah, we're making ionic traces all over the place with this electrostatic mind aspect. And my teammates were creating traces as well. One of them had the Delicate Tomb on. So I went with double Ashes to Assets because you're pretty much spamming grenades and getting a ton of grenade kills. And you'll see I get a lot of super energy. Elemental Light is just because it costed 1 and I couldn't really slot anything else in. So I figured that would be good. Again, also my teammates were making arc elemental wells like crazy. So the abilities were just going off in this run. Grenade Kickstart is really good, obviously. Oh yeah, and I just masterworked these so they don't match my gear. I forgot to do that. But anyway, Grenade Kickstart's really nice for getting a chunk of energy back. Unstoppable Pulse for the couple ogres that are in this Nightfall. And then Elemental Charge. Become charged with light when you pick up a well. And then here we just have survivability stuff, Concussive Dampener, and this allows us to put high energy fire. So we'll do 20% more damage whenever we're charged with light. And we're pretty much always charged with light because there's always arc wells. Font of Wisdom. So this gives me 100 intellect. Ideally, I would have 100 discipline, more strength. Like, I didn't get a very good roll in this Fallen Sunstar, and I haven't had time to farm better ones. But anyways, even with like kind of subpar stats, you'll see like I'm just getting abilities like mad. So I went with Recuperation, replenishes health each time you pick up an Orb of Power. Again, that's because attrition's on. So you don't start your health regen for a long time if you don't have a well to pick up. And then Innervation, which gives us reduced grenade cooldown when we pick up an Orb of Power. Like I said, we are just Ionic Traces, Elemental Wells, Recuperation. Everything is just building into being able to spam grenades. And then lastly, again, another grenade regenerating thing. So every time I put down a Rift, I'll get a chunk of grenade energy back with Bomber. So we've got Grenade Kickstart, Innervation, Bomber, and then, like I said, all the wells and stuff. Surge Detonators actually decreases the output of any enemies, not just champions. So it's good to have on here, but you could run double Bomber. You could even run Lightning Strikes twice and like get rid of some of these. And then obviously Elemental Ordnance, because we're getting so many grenade kills. So we want to be making Elemental Wells with those grenades. But yeah, this is just a build I literally threw together just to get my pinnacle done. I did 2 Nightfalls with these guys. Like I said, it was like 8.5 minutes in 8:02. And it was just crazy fun. I could not believe how strong this build was. I love Crown of Tempest, and I have a much better like stat distribution on it. But this thing, like I said, this was my first time using it, and I was so impressed. So I'm just going to leave you with the gameplay now, and I hope you enjoy. And I'm looking forward to making some more content. I've just been super busy with life and stuff, and honestly just grinding this new season. As you can see, I'm rank 144. I've just been really liking it. And yeah, YouTube's just kind of taken a back seat here recently because I've just been gaming when I have time instead of making videos. But I've got some crazy build videos. You've probably seen them, like Heart of Inmost Light and like Assassin's Cowl and all that. But I will show like the twist I put on those builds. Because honest to God, I just ran a Hunter Assassin's Cowl one before this, 1600 Nightfall. And it held up very good in the high-end content. Maybe I'll even throw that one on the channel just so you guys can see. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the run. Take care.
Guardian, high forces are lashing out from the Cosmodrome, led by a disgraced wizard named Navota.
Disgraced?
She narrowly escaped a previous Vanguard operation with her life. Now the Brood questions her strength.
She'll be desperate to prove herself.
That desperation makes her dangerous, but also reckless. Eliminate her before she regains her footing.
Lots of movement ahead. Be ready for anything. Fallen raiding party ahead. They don't seem thrilled about Navota's presence.
They won't appreciate yours either.
mind-reading dense hive signatures in a facility up ahead. I don't like this. It feels like a trap.
Then spoil their plans.
We're close now. She won't escape this time.
Retreat isn't an option for her anymore. Not with the brood doubting her. Expect the worst, Guardian. Navota has no choice but to defeat you.
That energy signature. That's her. That's Navota. Happy to send the message, Commander.
Excellent work. Return to the tower.